We're going to find the zeros of this polynomial, so we're definitely going to kick this off by getting the graphing calculator out and just throwing this function into the y equals editor. I'm going to use this button to put in the x's, this button to put in the powers. I'm going to press graph, and I'm looking very carefully for places where the graph will cross the x-axis. So it looks like it crosses in a good place here at -3, and maybe here at +2. And I want to point out that both those numbers, -3 and 2, are in fact factors of 36, which is what we promised would happen in the previous day's notes. So I'm going to use both of those, the -3 and the 2, and it doesn't make a difference which one I use first or second, because I'll end up in the same place. I have a 1 for the x to the 4th, -5 for the x cubed, -6 for the x squared, a 42 for the x, and then a -36. I'll start with the -3. This 1 comes straight down. We'll multiply these together, put that answer here. These will get added. These will get multiplied. This gets added. This gets multiplied. 20 times 3 is 60. 60 minus 6 is 54. Then this makes -12. And then -12 is +36. These cancel out to make 0 as expected. Now this was x to the 4th, so this is x cubed. So I have to go again and with synthetic division until I get down to x squared. So I'll do another one, and this time I'll use the 2. 2, 1. Multiply 1 times 2. Add these together. Multiply these together. Add these together. Multiply these together. Add these together, leaving us with x squared minus 6x plus 6. I might try to factor this, but as I try to think about things that might multiply to make 6 and add to make the middle, I'm not really seeing any way to get, like 6 is either 1 and 6 or it's 2 and 3, and neither of these can combine to make that 6. So what's the quadratic formula for us with a equal to 1, b equal to -6, and c equal to +6? So x will equal the opposite of b, plus or minus the square root of b squared, minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. I'll simplify this stuff first. This part will multiply to make -24. So 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 24 all over 2. And then 36 minus 24 is 12, so I'll have 6 plus or minus root 12 over 2. That's good for full credit. If you want a little bit of bonus points, you'll notice that 12 is really 4 times 3, and that 4 is a perfect square. And if you square root 4, you get 2. So you could have 6 plus or minus 2 root 3 over 2. And since all these outside numbers are even, we can divide each of those by 2. And get a final answer of 3 plus or minus radical 3. So my final answers are zeros at -3 and +2 that we found from the graph, and then the addition of 3 plus or minus radical 3. The end. Good luck.